roles, and there are 8 Rotaract clubs in Utah. This particular club was just founded recently in 2012, and Oscar Gomez over here, would like to stay a minute. He initiated the club, and he worked with Colleen Maloof to get the ball rolling, and then Rich Nordland was the chairman of this committee, and he did all the administrative work to get it set. Let's see, what's the chairman? Chartered. Thank you. Get it chartered with Rotary International, which was no easy project. This club received the 2012 Rookie Rotaract Club of the Year, and then received Presidential Citation Awards for the past 2 years. And now, Amelia.
So much. It's lovely to meet all of you guys, but I won't stand up here and present by myself, so I'm going to invite a few more of our members up. This is our treasurer, William McGuire, and then Oscar, who we've already been introduced to, as well as last year's president, Ms. Emily Prairie. So I'll let them introduce themselves once they make their way up here. But basically what we wanted to share with you today was just a little bit about what we've done over the last year, our favorite projects, and what we plan to do this upcoming year. But these guys introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, my name is Oscar Gomez. I'm involved through Rotary for the past 7 years with my parents. They're the presidents of this Latino Rotary Club. They got me into it. I love helping, I love networking, and all that. So thank you for having us.
I'm Emily Prairie, and I joined Rotary when Oscar invited me to come. At first, it was just me, him, and Rich for a little bit, and then we slowly gained more members and more momentum. And that was the first time I had ever heard anything about Rotary, but I've fallen in love since. And I was the president last year, and thanks for having us.
I am William McGuire. Millie and I went to the same high school, so I kind of helped her starting the Interact Club there. And then when I came to the U, we got involved with this Rotaract Club, and I've been the treasurer for the last 2 years. I'm doing well. So I will start us off on some of our activities we do throughout the year. Our first one we do every year is a volleyball fundraiser tournament. We do this in September, and last year we had a turnout of about 35-ish people, and we charged $5 if you wanted to eat, and then $5 if you wanted to participate in the volleyball tournament. So everyone basically paid $10, and then we made teams of 5. You could bring your own teams, or we'd set up teams there, and then we had a competition and saw who won. It was our biggest fundraiser of the year because at $10 a person, we made over $500. We also had other donations coming in. But also the expenses. We got the volleyball courts at the University of Utah for free. We just rented volleyballs from the U. And all of our prizes were donated to us by members or Rotarians. And so our only expense was food, and it was under $100. So this is one of our favorite fundraisers because it was very successful. We're planning on having it again this year too.
Another one of our favorites, we've now made annual, is the Sunnyvale Neighborhood Center Halloween Carnival. So that's working with one of the refugee centers in West Salt Lake. So what we do is take a couple games, volunteers, a bunch of face paint and some prizes, and set up in the park next to that center and invite the families and the kids over to play and have a good time with us. So it's a great way to interact with those guys and have a lot of fun for our members, just as much as the kids, I think. And so this, we did the first year as the Rotaract Club, again last year, and it was even more successful, and we're already making plans to do it this year. It's definitely a favorite. And this is another one of those things that our proceeds from our volleyball tournament go towards to help us be able to donate the prizes and put this on. me.
So for a February activity, there's nothing better to do than to make Valentines. So we were gonna make the Valentines, and then we're like, people aren't gonna want Valentines from college students. So we went to the PAL boxing gym, and they have an after-school program where kids get homework help. And we asked them if they'd help us make Valentines. So we were able to interact with the kids there and get to know them. And they made wonderful cards, and there's some pictures of us helping them spell Valentines and give them ideas of what to write. And then we ended up taking these Valentines down to the VA Center, and they had a Valentine's dance that night, and we handed out the Valentines and sat with the veterans and talked to them and read them their cards and danced with them. And it was a really good, successful activity.
One of the things we strive to do as a club is every month we want to have either volunteering or fundraiser or just a general club activity. So near the end of the year, I think it was April, the very last month of school, everyone was really busy with finals, but we still wanted to have another volunteer opportunity throughout the year. So we found Comcast Cares Days, which worked really well with our schedules, because during finals no one had time to do anything. So with this, we just had to sign up and show up, and then they assigned us to different volunteer activities throughout Salt Lake. And so the one we were assigned to in South Salt Lake, we planted trees in different neighborhoods and cleaned up. There was a park that had just overgrown with weeds and bushes, so we were in charge of chopping it all down, getting rid of it. And the weather that day was much like today, so that was fun to plant trees in. But it was a really good experience. It was us digging out the park. Maybe more. And so that was just another fun volunteer activity. It didn't take much on our part, but we had a real impact on the community.
And then above all else, this is my very favorite part of Rotary and Rotaract and Interact is the District 5420 Mexico project. So I know that you guys have already heard a little bit about this, so I'll do my best to keep it brief. But we took 4 members down this year. We're a little smart starting. But thanks to Rich's help and a donation from you guys and a donation from the U, we were able to get the 4 of us down and have a great time. These are of us dancing with the students and passing out toys at the Rotary School down there, and interacting with the kids and having a great time. So, see all the Rotary stuff in the background. You would just be amazed if you haven't had the opportunity to go down and see that school and those kids, how well-known Rotary is and how much they appreciate Rotary and all of us. And then, this bottom picture is starting on our house. We were able to build 3 houses in about 4 days, or at least the outside structural part of the houses. And had a great time doing that, working with Jared Parker from Salt Lake Rotaract and his Families Helping Families project. Next year, as I'm sure you're all very well aware, is the District Rotaract Conference at the same time that this is going on. So if you have the opportunity to make it down there, I very much urge you to drop by the work site, see what these kids are doing. It's mostly interactors, our Rotaract Club, and then one from Roosevelt, Utah. And a lot of great things being done there, and so much so fast, it's just amazing. It's all there. These last few pictures are one of the families we actually got to donate a finished house to, and I think Emily would attest. She's in this picture, Heidi's family represented it. How incredible that experience was, and how memorable it is. I think above anything else, this experience will drive me to keep going in Rotaract, and everyone else who is able to participate. And it's also given us a lot of interactors really excited to join our Rotaract Club for this next year. So it's a great one.
All right, I'm going to start by saying I'm not feeling so good, so if I cough, I apologize. But the PAL Boxing Club Car Wash is another fundraiser we have planned. We do it every year. Since we started the club, it wasn't easy for us, but thanks to Rich Norwood and Don Dubray, we've been able to get money at the beginning. And as a club, we decided, hey, we can do it. We have time. We can do our fundraisers and make our own money, not to be asking so much money from you guys, and be able to provide to the community. So one of the main service projects or the fundraisers that we have is the car wash project that we do every year. I have a few things that I have here. The car wash has been a great fundraiser to do every summer. We actually have a member of the Rotary, Solid Rotary, that is Steve Book Holder, that he provides us with Les Schwab. He's the manager of Les Schwab. Every time we call him every year, is yes, show up, just come over. Do you need a date? Nope, come over. It's awesome. He has the Rotarian spirit for sure, and he makes us keep going harder and helping the community as much as we can. So you guys know a little bit more about the PAL Boxing Gym. I'm going to read you guys a few things. So actually, all the money received goes to the PAL Boxing Gym. The PAL is called the PAL Pete Swasser Boxing Gym. It's a boxing center started by the Swasser family. I don't know if you guys heard of the Swasser family, but they've been around in Congress and stuff in Utah, but they wanted to have the kids away from the streets and not doing things that they were not should be doing. So the boxing gym provides a haven to come over, box, learn the art of boxing, be able to not have to be with the families all the time, but at least enjoy a few time away from home and just with volunteers like us. I'm a boxing coach there. So all the money fundraised is given to them. They love helping out. As you can see, some of them come over and help out washing cars. We ask for like about $5 each car, depending if it's a big truck, maybe 10, 20. Some people leave a little bit more, and I'm going to read a little bit more about it. So for the last few years, we have donated, since it's opened in March 2010, the Swasser Center has evolved into a place for youth to build discipline of the mind and body. From 3 to 4 p.m. during the school year, participants complete their homework and receive individualized or small group tutoring. Once the coursework for the day is complete, students are invited to take part in boxing, other physical fitness, art, service, and other interest-based activities. Each week, participants bring progress reports from their respective schools to help the center track their success in the classroom. The Swasser Center continues to provide activities for youth and give them new opportunities that they would not have otherwise. One goal of the program is to increase academic performance through dedicated staff, volunteers, and mentors. Youth now have the resources needed to catch up on homework or assignments they previously didn't understand. The Swasser Center programming during after-school hours promotes learning and celebrates achievement. For many youth, is the place to be. The Rotaract of Salt Lake, we have been able to provide the money to them, for them to travel, to be able to have, we have about 35 kids that we help out, so we've been raising the money for them. We've been able to provide for them, and they enjoy that. And they're able to network with us. We talk about school, we talk about them keep going forward. A lot of these kids are minorities. Some of them only have one parent, no parents. They're refugees, things like that. It brings me a lot of joy, and I love being a Rotarian. Thank you.
All right, so lastly, we just want to extend a big invitation for you guys for our upcoming volleyball tournament this year. We've recently partnered with a Rotaract club out of Bosnia, so the Rotaract Club of Lubeck, and their Rotaractors are really amazing and taking off this year. It's less than a year old, and they've already built a school and helped start an Interact that has up to 200 members, with nearly 100 in their Rotaract, which is significantly more than they actually have Rotarians. So what they need is funding, and we feel like we can help there. Well, we need some help with figuring out how to help our members. So all of the proceeds will go to them and a school they've recently built for students with autism. They're working to hire teachers, so we'll send any funds we can earn over that way. So it's September 6th, 1 p.m. The email's up there. It's slrotaract@gmail. So if you, family members, friends, neighbors, anybody is interested in joining, I'll forward this along to Don and have him forward it along to you guys. But we would appreciate participants and any prize donations. If any businesses or anything like that are able to donate, everything is welcome. And a huge thank you to Rich for helping us with all the activities we presented, and to Dawn for getting us excited for this year, and for all of your guys' support, whether it's small donations for activities, a big donation to help us get to Mexico, and inviting us to your convention. Thank you so much. just a few minutes. If any of you guys have questions about Rotaract or what we're doing or what it is, feel free. All right.
How do you recruit new members? That's what they do.
So that's one of the things we're going to really work on this year. We're trying to figure out some new ideas. You asked how we're going to recruit more new members or how we've been working on that at the VU. So we're actually a community-based club. Most of our members do come from the U. So we have our usual traditions of recruitment, like setting up tables at the welcome fairs and stuff is upcoming like as school starts. And we're also hoping to kind of weasel our way into a few community events like the farmers markets and stuff like that so we can draw from people outside of just the University of Utah. So looking for new ideas and a wider reach. Go ahead.
You know, we live in a world where so often people are so self-centered, and particularly, you know, the younger generation. I mean, college education, it's all about them, right? And how is it that you guys have stepped out of that? And what is it that makes a young person like yourself decide to do something outside of themselves and just to get back a little bit at such a young age?
I'll say something and then let these guys add. I really think that Rotaract is still pretty selfish. Like, when you go into college, you're looking for new friends. A lot of people are in a totally new place. And I know that meeting Oscar and Emily when they were getting started, I'd never met two more outgoing, friendly, shake your hand, memorize your name people. And so instead of just joining a club, it was like an instant friend group at the VU, and they were so friendly. And on top of that, we got to go out and do service projects and get to know people and get to make more contacts in the community. And I feel like people really feel that in Rotary overall, but especially in our Rotaract club, because we love doing service projects, but when we're not in meetings, it's the same group of people, and every time we have a new member, it's warm and welcoming, and they're a part of it. So it's just as selfish as it is giving. Anything other to add to that?
So my main goal right now in school is getting into med school, and then requiring leadership, volunteering, and all this. And it's been rough, but when I started doing it, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna just check the box and be done with it. But once I started meeting people like this and all you guys, so we just got that changing experience, and just kept going forward from there. And now it's not, oh, I gotta check the box and be done with the $100 I need for the semester, for the year or so. It's just wanting to help out, wanting to see those faces of the kids sometimes just smiling back at you and saying, thank you. I love that.
All right, any other questions? Go ahead.
Does the district tell you the names of students at the university that have been in Rotary clubs all over Utah, that is, Interact clubs, or even in other states?
So a lot of the time what we've seen is usually they get our email address or they make contact with us and then we try to rope them in. So we just finished our district Rotaract conference and got to meet a couple of interactors that are already rearing and ready to go and be a part of Solid Rotary, but there's definitely a good little network going. But we need to reverse that. That would be good to have that information so we can interact with them a little bit more than wait for a call from them. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Oh.
If you were to say we need, what would that need be for club?
In general, or from Salt Lake Rotary?
Just in general.
Members. And what we found is that we are really good at finding members. That is not a problem. What we need is members that show up to things. So we've got like a standard 10.
What else is new?
You guys have the same problem?
Yes.
So we're looking to kind of find those people that are really ready to participate and not just write their name on a list. So we've got about a standard 10 people that are pretty consistent and show up, but we really need to expand that into being everybody that we sign up for our Rotaract club. Yeah, so we have a Facebook page. It's Rotaract Club of Salt Lake, and we're also able to work a lot with, we've worked with Westminster Rotaract. We're starting with Mill Creek Rotaract Club, working with that. And then, like this volleyball tournament, that's how we've been contacting the Rotaract Club from Bosnia, is through Facebook and FaceTime and Instant Messenger and all of those things. So it's been a good way to connect with people outside of our club and outside of the U.S.
So my next question is, if you broadcast on Rotary Facebook and LinkedIn, so if we decide that we want to check the other section, because that was the question on and
Perfect. We will link our Facebook page or post something on there. I would love likes. That way we can invite you guys to our activities, mostly just participation. A lot of our activities are community events, really family-friendly, fun events, and we would love you guys to just come and participate and have a good time, even if it's not participating as a volunteer, just coming and enjoying what we put on so we can raise our numbers and all of that would be great.
Yeah. Did you say that you're in charge of a Hispanic Rotaract?
No, my dad is. My dad just finished his presidency, but they've been involved since about 6 years or so, and I've been helping them out. That's the way I learned about Rotary. There was Mr. Diaz that started, who was the first president for the club. It's been about almost 7 years, but they've been going through and helping out. Sometimes we go to their meetings, so it's fun to talk about Rotaract. And
on Rotaract, you have, I mean, if you look at us, I think we could use some real strategies for recruitment of minorities. Do you have any specific strategies at universities and your age group to recruit?
Main thing I've been doing since we started the club is just the tabling opportunities that we have. And since we're a community-based club, we want to put one in community college, one at the U, one at Westminster, and just invite people. We have little treats, things like that, to bring them over. Like Amelia is saying, we want to have people that want to stay in the club and understand that. I know Emily, the first few times I told a few of my friends, because it's not easy starting a club and just, hey, the Rotary Club, what is that? Once you show them like the logo, they're like, oh, okay, so once they come to the meetings, it's the best thing. After that, they're hooked, I would say. And they understand it's not just something I made up. Because I'm like, oh, did you make that club? I'm like, I wish. No, I didn't. But keep inviting people, be friendly is the main thing. And the main thing that's helped out the most is taking with the changes of the youth. So getting their members.
But have you recruited like other Hispanics or African Americans?
No, but it's open to anybody. When I logged into the ASU unit, because it's logged through the ASU, we got money back from the University of Utah, even if they're not a University of Utah-based club. But we have a list of people that we can talk to and everything else. So it's open to anybody from 18 to 30 that wants to volunteer, not even University of Utah students. So whoever walks by, if it's Hispano, Latino, or African American, or whatever not, they're welcome to join. But specific to it,
just to throw out, we actually do have a very diverse membership, and I think a big part of that is that there's not the intimidation factor that Salt Lake Rotary can sometimes have, because I feel like I bring up Rotary and they're like, oh, businessmen and lawyers. And so I think that we're a little less intimidating at the college age, so it's a little easier to reach out to everybody and not have that face. And so just breaking it down and interacting in community events, I know you guys already work hard at that, but bringing it to a more local level may help you out a lot, because we don't have those same challenges. There's another fun part. He wants to know when our meetings are and where they are. So until school gets started and we figure out everybody's schedules, we bounce around, our times bounce around, our locations bounce around. So during the school year, we're usually at the Marriott Library, but we have yet to have a set time.
We've had quite a few interactive clubs at the high school level. It seems to me that ought to be a two-year program. Just continue on, and was just go to college. We have a relationship with the interactive clubs.
We did have a little event called the speed mentoring for interactors. Not a lot showed up. Maybe it was the wrong time. But what we do, we just sit around the table and talk to them what their goals are, see where they're going, what school they're going. Just get to know them and they can know us, and just so they know that the club is open and ready for them to take the step, because we see that a lot from Interact. They don't know where to go because there's not a lot of Rotaract here in Salt Lake, and then they just get lost sometimes. But we do have that event. Hopefully we'll keep doing that, maybe get a better turnout this year or next year or whatever. But speed mentoring, that's what we did last 2 years ago. Thank you.
Our book this week is Eight Dolphins of Katrina, A True Tale of Survival. It's written by Janet Wyman Coleman, and it's being donated to Franklin Elementary in the name of Amelia McCurdy. Next week's meeting will be right here at the Red Lion again. I trust you all figured out where to park and how to get into the room. And the speaker, it'll be an Attorney General debate between the Attorney General candidate. And with that, we're done.
Yeah, I think that was between. We got Rona and your project right now.